I was a little kid, probably 9, probably 10 years old, and I was in church, and the minister was gonna pray for me. And he had told me, I see you, and I see you on the stage in a crowd of young people, just young people as far as I could possibly see, just young people. And you're gonna be touching them in the heart and in the soul, but not in a way that a preacher or a teacher or a minister reaches to them, but it's a way where they're gonna be able to receive from you, but relate to you at the same time. And that's something that when I was told that, I had forgot about. All right, my name is Nate. I am 21. I'm from San Francisco, California. Yeah, I grew up in my grandmother's house. I grew up with my dad at certain times, but who's always been consistently with me was my mom and my sisters. And then I was living at my grandma's. And even when we weren't living at my grandma's, we were always at my grandma's anyway. Always moving and being in different areas, you never really feel like you're from somewhere. But now that I'm older, it's cool because I've got to know so many more people outside of just the neighborhood I grew up at. I used to go to this community center called Eyes, and I started going there when I was like 14 years old because I was really into art. I was really into painting. I was into just hella visual art. That was like my first love in just being creative. I would go in there, and then everybody would just go in there with their black books, and they'd just be politicking about graffiti and like who's up. Oh, you see so-and-so up, so-and-so up. Oh, this crew's beefing with this crew. Obviously, we were just running around being young, doing all kinds of stupid stuff. Like, I just dropped my backpack off at the house, and then I just dip and just be out all day. But it wasn't because like I was forced to be out. Because, you know, I have a stable family, and my parents have always been around and always been a good influence on me. The thing that have got me in trouble with the police was doing graffiti. Because I thought I was going to be a visual artist. But then I started getting arrested a lot. And just visual art is something that I just fell out of love with. So by the time I graduated, I got really into writing music. I mean, I was always a fan of rap. It was something that I did. I would write raps, but I wouldn't tell nobody. And it was just like in my book. I remember one time I was in class, my homie had flipped my backpack, but in the process of him flipping it, there was a folder with hella rap lyrics that I wrote in there, in the backpack. And he was like, "Are these rap lyrics?" And I was like, "No." I just remember hella closing it, like putting it in my backpack. And I thought I was gonna go to junior college, do music, and have a degree, and blah, 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 whatever, you know. But I just didn't apply myself. I remember telling myself, if you drop out, you gotta do this music thing for real. Like, there's no time to slack. There's no way out. You ain't got no excuse, nor do you have a plan B. There's no plan B. So you have to really be persistent with this thing. I dropped out in the winter, and I want to say in a 4-month span, I had put out Starting Over, which was released in 2011. Through me releasing that mixtape, I had met Rob. He started working on an album for me, and so he did all the production on it. He produced the whole thing. So we had put out an album called Common Folk independently. When I mean independently, I mean super independently. Usually you have a distribution deal, you have PR, you have a manager. It was just me and my homie. And so one day, this guy named Nima hits me up on Twitter, like, "Yo, you're tight. Like, I want to know what we can do for you at Dub CNN." But not only does he run Dub CNN, but he works at Empire Distribution. He's talking about wanting to sign me to Empire Distribution. They go, "Okay, you dropped this video called Them Days, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "We're gonna re-drop it." And I was like, "Why you wanna re-drop it? It already got 4,000 views." Thinking that's super tight. And within like that 2 weeks of us dropping it, it was like at 80,000 views. It had hit Complex Magazine, it had hit Hip Hop DX. They submitted it to MTV, and we won this MTV Best Freshman pick, where it became part of the regular MTV rotation. Just super downpour of people being appreciative of what we do, and good feedback and stuff like that. I feel like one of our greatest purposes in life as human beings is to pass along the knowledge that we learn to other people so that they can grow. And not only grow, but they could avoid maybe obstacles that you've been in. Let's say you're walking down a road, and I've walked down that road before, and I know there's a hole there that's covered with dirt, and if you walk on that thing, you're gonna fall into that hole. And if I've been through that and I know it's there, I'm not being a good human being if I'm not telling the next person that you're gonna walk in that hole if you went down that road. And so the tricky part is kind of giving medicine with sugar in it, you know? I feel like that's what I'm trying to do, because I feel like I have something to offer people through my own personal stories and through my own personal experiences. And I'm just trying to give it to people in a way where it's relatable so that they can really learn. I'm still like local and independent, and I'm still building building my dynasty. So I'm on stage, and you know, I get off the stage, and I get on the stage, I get off the stage, and it's like, oh man, you're so great, blah, 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 blah. And then the next day I gotta wake up and go to work. You know, so it's like I'm like Clark Kent. Yeah, I'm Superman, and I take off the thing, and I put on my glasses, and I'm just chilling again.